AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
LeBron promised us he'll take a pay cut. He did the total opposite. He got himself paid and his son paid.
Hold on, what you mean they didn't get better? They just got the best point guard in the NBA.
Who would that be, AllBall?
They drafted Bronny James. They got much better. What are you talking about? They got the next Phil Jackson.
No, Pat Riley.
I totally disagree with you with that.
not it wasn't Phil Jackson. It's the next Pat Riley, AllBall. Get it straight.
No, they said Pat Riley. I'm saying Phil Jackson. I don't care what they say.
This is JJ Redick. I don't know if he's replying to a question about Bronny not earning it, but I know Bronny, before this statement was made, he said, I'm just thankful about what JJ and the owner and the GM, Pelinka, have given me. And this was JJ's response.
With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study one, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game. And as we sort of build out our player development program holistically, he's going to have a great opportunity to become an excellent NBA player.
So that was JJ Redick replying to whether or not Bronny earned his contract, his 55th pick in the NBA in the 2024 NBA draft. And of course, the Lakers announced yesterday as well that Nate McMillan and not Terry Scott's what's his name? Scotty Brooks are going to be assistant coaches to JJ Redick. Redick gets two longtime head coaches with a combined 1,189 victories between Nate McMillan and Scotty Brooks.
Yo,
LeBron,
the Lakers are so annoying. So let me get this straight. The greatest player in the world always needs so much help. Now, the smartest head coach also needs so much help. How great and smart are you if you need all the help? You might as well try to get Phil Jackson on the assistant side too. Why not? Listen, I want to give a big shout out to Bronny James because he has nothing to do with this. He did nothing wrong. Did nothing wrong. This has nothing to do with him. I said something to you yesterday, and I'm going to say it here. LeBron James ruined the NBA. LeBron James ruined the NBA. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm not saying he's not top 5, top 10. Some people have him number 1, 2. I'm not saying that. But he took away the competition. Single-handedly took away the competition. With him, when things get tough, he runs. He made it cool to have 4, 5 superstars on one team. He made it cool to literally have no competitiveness at all. At all. The players have so much power that it's starting to be sickening. It really is. And this is me talking as a basketball fan. I'm not a hater. I don't want nobody else's. Listen, these are the things that people are afraid to say. Ever since he left, what he's doing in LA is what he wanted to do in Miami. That's why he left Miami. Because Pat Riley was saying, my man, you're not coming over here running this. Because it's not about championships with him. It's not. It's purely entertainment. These guys want to be bigger than the game. LeBron James, what he's doing right now with the Lakers is comical. I've never seen a player this huge at this magnitude, so great, lose so much, and everybody makes an excuse for it. Ever since he went to Miami, he single-handedly destroyed the NBA. He basically told guys, don't care about winning championships. Let's just have power, make all the money, and let's just have fun. When he's on the sideline dancing, when he's coming to the game with a glass of wine, when he makes everybody become friends. So now there's no, I don't want to say enemies, but there's no rivalries. There's nobody talking mess back to each other. Let's all be kumbaya. Let's all show them this is our league. That whole mindset made the game watered down. These games are 140 apiece. After the game, guys are switching jerseys. I lose by 40. I'm walking off the court smiling, giving somebody a laugh and a hug. LeBron James ruined the NBA, man, and he's continuously doing it. I can't wait for him to retire. I really can't. I really can't. Seriously, man. Seriously. Like, he went to the Lakers and tried to call Kawhi Leonard. Like, let that sink in. We got Anthony Davis. Kawhi Leonard? You don't want to compete against him? What? You don't want to beat him? Listen, man. It's great player. I don't care who nobody is personally off the court. I care about the game. Whether you're a good person, bad person, that's none of my business. But LeBron James single-handedly ruined the NBA, man. And people are scared to say it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And what he's doing is ruining the league. Ruining the league. Why? Too much power. This is what happens when you have too much power. I'm sorry. Too much. And Pat Riley wasn't going for it. And let's not act like ever since he left Miami went to the ground. They still successful. They've been to a finals. They've been to numerous conference finals. They know how to draft. He tried to get rid of what's the coach?
Erik Spoelstra.
Bro, Erik Spoelstra, in my mind, is probably top 5 greatest head coaches in NBA history. LeBron James tried to get rid of him. Do y'all understand? Bro, he got David Blatt fired. They went to a finals. Look what happened with Mike Brown. Couldn't get a job forever. Bro, this guy is, listen, man, this is what happens when you have too much power. So, this Lakers thing is comical. They got 2 people that need all the help in the world. But on the other hand, they the GOATs and the smartest. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I want to disagree with you. We've been agreeing all morning. But those are part of the reasons why when you automatically compare him to Michael Jordan, and it's just there were people there to check Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan hated his general manager. He hated Jerry Krause, and he still respected the business side of it. Just I always quote the Godfather with that. Women and kids can be messy, men cannot. And that's just the way he carried himself. I know there's a mess behind him, the gambling and everything. We get that. But he was still attempting to be clean about it. LeBron has always been clumsy with his image and what he does. And sometimes he misspeaks. And, he tries to be a righteous guy one minute. The next minute, he just forgets about being righteous. And that stuff is messy. It's not clean. That's why Jordan was like, yo, don't involve me in that. He did speak up for Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf when he was protesting. He said, yo, that's his hold on. That's his right. So there were times and flashes of that. But again, he's calculated with it. With LeBron, he's calculated, but clumsy also. It's like you have a strategy, but it's like you in Miami, Pat Riley's been there for decades, and you won't listen to him because you have a plan to take over. You started the whole thing, and props to him because I think he's more of a paper gangster than anybody that ever lived in the NBA. To take over like this, and your man is the agent, and you guys run this amount of money and this much equity in the NBA right now, I always give him props for that. But I think even if you had the Kobe's of the world and the guys who would just think about it a little bit deeper and don't just run on the propaganda. I got to make a podcast here to remind you guys that I'm better than Mike. And it's like obvious. And of course, he has the fan base for everything. We get that. But now it's leaking towards the Lakers. LeBron is an all-time great, and the Lakers are all-time great organization. The Lakers were never this clumsy. They had Shaq and Kobe before. They dealt with this stuff before. I'm so shocked. Jeannie Buss has been around for decades. She was just like LeBron, a baby in the game. She came a teenager with the Lakers when her father bought them. I'm surprised. She's seen everything. She's seen women go. We know what it is. It's a macho man environment. She's seen it go from that to now there's a WNBA and you respect women more. And you've seen it go from A to Z. And you still allowed another guy to take over the team like that? He's 40 years old. You gave him $100 million? I think that's nuts. And you drafted his son? Again, we would all do that. But that's why Pat Riley would have never done that. And to your point, they were still successful in a way that you can only be without the top 5 players in the NBA. They don't have a top 10 player on their team. We would try to argue for Jimmy Butler when he showed up in the playoffs. But for them to still do that without you says a lot. That says a lot. What the Knicks are doing says a lot. Jalen Brunson propped himself to the number 6 MVP candidate. But why wasn't this happening 3 years ago with the Lakers? When they won the championship, they didn't have a third star. I'm shocked. And it took them 6 years to do this. They won a championship in the bubble. You have the remedy. Regardless of what we feel about that bubble championship, you still have the remedy for it. And you chose to trade everybody for Westbrook because you wanted a third star. Why? I would never understand that. And then you're continuing this, and now all of a sudden at age 40, you decide, oh no, we don't need a third superstar. This is the time you need to trade for somebody to replace the aging guy and the veteran and the other veteran who finally stayed healthy last year. It's totally confusing, and it's for the sake of clicks. It's for the sake of being relevant. We all know this because Bronny's the last pick in the draft, and he's more popular than everybody combined in the draft because of his father. Forget the nepotism argument. The whole argument about you being just a competent organization is gone. It's really gone. JJ Redick is another guy who I'm a fan of his, but you do come off like, what was that? He earned all of this? What are you trying to say? Why? Again, I said it I wish Flea was here. It happened during the podcast. That's why I stopped watching it. It's not that I watched JJ Redick's podcast. He doesn't need LeBron to show me the X's and O's. I'm going to watch anyway. You guys are trying to push the image of LeBron. That's your agenda. And you're kissing his ass for no reason. You don't have to do all that. It's unnecessary. That was unnecessary. And if you can't call out the best player on the team or the most popular player on the team, what are you going to really be? You think the rest of the team is just watching like, at some point, if you're not out there trying to box somebody and get your respect like that, JJ Redick, I'm telling you now, just as dudes, we're going to see that and go, yeah, whatever. That's how we do.
Let me repeat this again, because this flies so far under the radar. LeBron James tried to get rid of Erik Spoelstra, who turns out to be one of the greatest head coaches we've ever seen. I'm going to say that again. He tried to get rid of Erik Spoelstra. If you're so smart, how do you not see how great Erik Spoelstra is? Come on, man. I'm not saying he should have stayed in Cleveland. I'm not saying he should have stayed in Miami. I'm just saying when he was going against Detroit and Boston, that's when the league was the league. He figured, I got all his power. Let's make the league soft. Because he know he wouldn't be able to win all the rings. Let me make it fun and let me make it cool to make super teams. Now look, the league, I know some people that say they don't even watch basketball no more. Let me ask y'all, who do we blame for that? How many times have we been on platforms and people say the game is whack? There's no defense. I don't even watch it no more. Who do we blame for that? So it don't look like I'm a LeBron hater or I'm trolling. I'm asking y'all then, who do we blame for that? Are we going to continue to blame Steph Curry? Or did he change the game? I'm asking, who do we blame for the league being what it is today? Where literally you can't touch nobody, you can't guard nobody. These guys got so much power where literally you can have 3 superstars on one team. Not stars, superstars on one team. Like, come on, man. Where the players is telling organizations, I'm not playing there. Right now, you could trade a guy. A guy can go, I'm not playing there. Oh, no, so we got to come back to the drawing. What? Who's to blame then? Come on, man. Call it what it is. We're going to keep it real over here. And I've been saying this. Once again, he tried to fire Erik Spoelstra. And what he's doing in LA is what he was trying to do in Miami. And Pat Riley wasn't hearing it. You're not going to come over here and tell us who we can draft, who we can't draft. And you got your team running through here and they got offices. And fire Erik Spoelstra. You kidding me? I ain't deuces. Come on, man. Come on. So, for me, I hope the young man, Bronny James, be successful. I'm not no hater. He has nothing to do with this. But what the Lakers are allowing LeBron James to do is turning them into a clown show. Y'all have done nothing to upgrade that roster, to battle for championships. We're going to keep blaming Anthony Davis, right? Okay, look at his numbers. Since we always want to look at people's numbers, because they say LeBron James is averaging this. What is Anthony Davis averaging? But we continue to blame him. Come on, man. Come on, can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways.
I like something you said sparked this thought where, because I'm thinking this kid, Bronny's doing his best. He sounds great, looks great for someone to be on camera, 19, 20 years old. But I don't think, is LeBron thinking about what happened to Westbrook? Westbrook is from LA and that town turned on him. That's why Shannon Sharp be talking out of both sides of his mouth. Yeah, you apologize now for it, but you were a part of this whole F Westbrook thing when you traded for me. You made this whole big spiel to bring me over here. And now look what happened. We weren't successful and I'm getting blamed for everything. You don't think Bronny James is going to take some of this blame? You don't think the trickle-down effect of blaming you for the Lakers' downfall? What if Anthony Davis gets hurt? Again, that's possible. And then you have Bronny James there with a guaranteed 3 years. They're going to look at him and they're going to say, yo, why didn't we draft this guy? That's coming already. They're going to come out of nowhere with some guy. Somebody's going to sign somebody undrafted and go, he could have been the 55th pick. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm almost taking back the whole thing of there's a reason why Jordan and Kobe everybody says they wouldn't have drafted their son. And me and you said, of course we would have made sure our son is good. But the part of the integrity of it is, bro, if you don't deserve it, a part of this whole thing of earning it is when these things come up, you ain't even feel the wrath. People are really hateful online. Real hate. Westbrook was getting real hate in the streets. This is all I'm just thinking about it more and more.
Almost ruined his whole legacy. Literally. But see, for me, I'm not, if you notice, I blame nothing on Bronny James. He has nothing to do with this. But I also have another question, right? He said he was going to take a pay cut, which I remember I laughed at that. He doesn't take pay cuts. Even in Miami, when they tried to make it seem like they were taking pay cuts, them guys were taking $1 million pay cuts. Get out of here. Instead of 35, 34. Stop it. Right? So he still signs for 2 years, 50+ million. I want to ask everybody, why no one wants to play with LeBron James? Another thing flying under the radar. Why the Lakers can't get nobody over there? What I hear is everybody wants to be and live in LA. He called Kawhi Leonard. He called Paul George. He called Damian Lillard. Rumor is he got in contact with Klay Thompson. And let's not forget, people thought him and Kyrie was going to get back together. Remember that? Kyrie going to LA from the Brooklyn situation. Curved him. And then, rumor is allegedly Kyrie was the one that convinced Klay Thompson, don't go to LA, come over here. Why nobody wants to play with the greatest basketball mind of all time? In my opinion, I've been saying this, allegedly, they strong on Anthony Davis to go over there. I heard he wanted to go back home to Chicago. You think Anthony Davis is happy he gets blamed for every loss? Like, come on, man. Come on. Come on. See what Mario Chalmers say about him.
Have we ever heard anybody refer to Mike like that?
So you know, for me, you know, the Lakers LeBron James thing, man, you know, I'm just glad it's almost over. You know, we got 2, maybe 3 more years because we know what he's trying to do. If y'all don't know what he's trying to do, then you sleeping under a rock. I think 2, 3 more years, his other son will be available to come to the league. I'm going to leave on this note, and then you could, you know, do what you do. We all need to circle the block and give props to LaVar Ball. Because when he was saying this and trying this, everybody laughed at him. He said, I want all 3 of my sons on one team. We now have a father and son duo that everybody's praising. But when LaVar Ball was talking about it, y'all literally made a laugh. Y'all made a mockery of him. Built his own brand. Built basketball players, just like LeBron built his son. LaVar builds his sons. Lonzo, $80 million contract. LaMelo, 200 plus. The other son probably overseas or whatever he's doing. My point is this, and I've been saying this forever. Let's stop acting like LeBron is the first person to always do something. LaVar Ball been trying to do this. So we need to circle the block and either give him his props or apologize to him because we laughed at him. We laughed at him. We laughed at somebody praising and loving their kids and wanting the best for them and wanting them to be together. Your man doing the same thing, and everybody I see is it's comical, man. So big shout out LaVar Ball, man. Big shout out to him. Real talk.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.